This is perhaps one of the most touching and unexpected stories to come out of this Christmas celebration. A story that proves that even in the most restrictive conditions, the spirit of brotherhood and humanity can break through prison walls. We are receiving confirmed reports from the far northern state of Sokoto that the Igbo community resident there has done something remarkable for the leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi KANU. As many of you already know, following the intense legal drama we witnessed in November 2025, Nnamdi KANU was transferred to the Sokoto Correctional Center to serve his life sentence. Many feared he would be isolated, cut off from his people, and left to languish far from home. But this Christmas, the Igbo community in Sokoto proved that distance is not a barrier to loyalty. They didn't just visit him, they turned the entire prison into a banquet hall in his honor. According to a detailed statement released by the leadership of the Igbo community in Sokoto State, specifically signed by Nze A.C. Madu, this visit was not just a quiet handover of items, it was a massive humanitarian event inspired directly by Mazi Nnamdi KANU himself. You see, when the community leaders initially approached the idea of bringing festive food for KANU to celebrate Christmas, they were met with a request that speaks volumes about the man's current state of mind. Reports indicate that KANU made it clear he would not dine alone while other inmates went hungry. He reportedly preferred to share whatever he had. Understanding his disposition and his refusal to enjoy a Christmas meal in isolation, the community leadership made a decisive choice. They decided that if they were going to feed their brother, they would feed everyone. So, on Christmas Day, the Igbo community mobilized resources to provide festive meals not just for Nnamdi KANU, but for the entire inmate population of the Sokoto Correctional Facility. We are talking about approximately 1,300 prisoners. Imagine the scene inside that facility. Usually, prisons are places of somber reflection, especially during holidays when inmates miss their families the most. But on this day, the atmosphere was transformed. Every single inmate, regardless of where they came from, whether they were Hausa, Yoruba, Igbo, or from any other tribe, shared in this benevolent act. They ate the same food, celebrated the same season, and for a few hours, the divide between high-profile prisoner and regular inmate was erased by a plate of food. The statement from the community noted that this was a demonstration of compassion and communal solidarity, ensuring that the spirit of the season reached every corner of the facility. The leadership of the community explained that this gesture wasn't just about charity, it was deeply rooted in the Igbo cultural principle of Onye Agana Nwaneya, which translates to be your brother's keeper. It is a philosophy that says you cannot leave your kin behind no matter the circumstances. By extending this to the other 1,300 inmates, they expanded the definition of brother to include everyone sharing that space with KANU. They described it as a humanitarian service to all, irrespective of origin or circumstance, aimed at offering a moment of comfort and inclusivity during the holiday period. It is rare to see such a bridge being built in a correctional center, especially given the political tensions that usually surround Nnamdi KANU's name. In Sokoto, far away from the agitation in the southeast, this act served as a powerful message of peace and unity. Now, before we go deeper into the significance of this move and the reactions it is generating across the country, I want to take a brief moment to ask you something. Stories like this, stories of unity, unexpected kindness, and the real situation on the ground is what we strive to bring you every single day. If you are enjoying this narrative and want to stay updated on Nnamdi KANU's situation in Sokoto and other major stories breaking in Nigeria, please go ahead and smash that like button. It really helps us get this video to more people. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please click that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell right now. We are tracking every development in this case, and you definitely don't want to miss what comes next. This visit didn't happen in a vacuum. We have to remember the context of why Nnamdi KANU is in Sokoto in the first place. Just last month, in November 2025, the Federal High Court in Abuja, led by Justice James Omotosho, sentenced him to life imprisonment on terrorism charges. The transfer was swift and controversial, with his legal team, led by Aloy Ejimako, raising alarms about his access to doctors and family. There was a genuine fear that sending him to the northwest was a strategy to break his spirit by isolating him from his support base. But this Christmas event challenges that narrative. It shows that the Igbo community is present and active everywhere in Nigeria, and they have the capacity to mobilize and protect their own, even in the caliphate. In fact, this isn't the first high-profile visit Kanu has received since moving to Sokoto. Earlier this month, we saw the governor of Abia State, Alex Otti, fly all the way to Sokoto to visit him. Governor Otti was accompanied by Kanu's younger brother, Prince Emmanuel Kanu, and they were received by top Sokoto state government officials. During that visit, Governor Otti encouraged Kanu to remain strong and assured him that political solutions were still being pursued. There was even a light-hearted moment reported where Governor Otti shared a joke from the Sultan of Sokoto, who said Kanu was now his subject since he resides in his domain, which reportedly made Kanu laugh. These interactions, culminating in this massive Christmas feeding program, suggest a very different reality from the dungeon narrative many feared. It seems there's a concerted effort by leaders and the community to ensure his stay in Sokoto is dignified. The reaction to this Christmas gesture has been overwhelmingly positive. The Sokoto Igbo community expressed their hope that this act will serve as a message of peace and unity for all. In a country often divided by ethnic and religious lines, seeing a southern community feeding northern inmates in a northern prison is the kind of symbolism that politicians often talk about but rarely achieve. It softens the hearts of those who might view the IPOB leader solely through the lens of conflict. By feeding the 1,300 inmates, they have likely bought Kanu a lot of goodwill within the prison walls. In a correctional environment, being the reason everyone gets a special Christmas meal makes you a very popular figure. It guarantees a level of safety and respect from fellow prisoners that no amount of security guards can provide. Moreover, this event aligns with the recent visit by Bishop Matthew Hassan Kuka, the Bishop of Sokoto Diocese. Bishop Kuka, who is known for his prison outreaches, also visited the facility recently. While he clarified that his visit was routine, the convergence of the church, the political leadership from the southeast, and now the community leadership all focusing on this one facility in Sokoto keeps Nnamdi Kanu relevant and in the public eye. The government might have moved him away from Abuja to reduce the noise, but the noise has simply followed him to Sokoto, albeit in a more humanitarian and peaceful tone. As we wrap up this report, it is worth reflecting on the statement of the Igbo community that this was about shared goodwill. In 2025, a year that has been incredibly tough for many Nigerians economically and politically, this story ends the year on a note of hope. It reminds us that humanity often shines brightest in the darkest places. Whether you support Nnamdi Kanu's ideology or not, you cannot fault the generosity of a community that refuses to let 1,300 people go hungry on Christmas Day just because they are behind bars. It is a lesson of dignity. We will continue to monitor how Nnamdi Kanu adjusts to life in Sokoto and if these waves of goodwill translate into any political shifts in the coming year.
Yeah, what happened? When other people they prepare how they want to go bomb church, bomb mosque. Mazi Nnamdi KANU, when they sent for life imprisonment, as a terrorist, they busy, they find food for other people to survive. See your country? See the different. I'm not sure. You don't your hand off for now. If you say if they can't go, what they call it, Sokoto, everything go finish. That is the story of Joseph. Even when his brother Sisela in Egypt, he was the one that rescued them. That's the reality of life. Let's go. We're seeing it. See, Mazi had to celebrate Christmas for prison. Other terrorists, where did they give amnesty? You know where they did? They did inside bush. They tried to want to kill me and you. They celebrate, they come as an terrorist. IPP is a terrorist organization. Cannot keep people, cannot keep. See, they can't even keep people. Even inside prison, is a way there. No matter where it is, a king is always a king. God bless Mazi Nnamdi KANU.